Yes, it is soup season. It is finally here. And I'm gonna show you how to make one of my all-time favorites, Italian wedding soup. It is amazing and I know you are going to love it. During this time of year, it's all about hearty, comforting foods, and this soup hits the nail right on the head. In fact, I even have a cold right now, so I'm of course gonna hook this up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna hook you up with a whole bunch of amazing recipes during this chilly cold season. Now, to start off, we need to hook up these meatballs. So in a very large bowl, I'm gonna add in some ground beef. Next, hit it with some ground pork. We're going to quickly small dice up a yellow onion. We're gonna add that right to that same bowl. Next, run a few garlic cloves through a garlic press. Add them right in there as well. For a little bit of greenery, we're gonna hit it with some fresh chopped parsley. To enhance the flavor, I've got some grated Parmesan cheese. Really gonna make these very tasty. To make sure these are all bound together, we've got some eggs that we're gonna add in there. Next, we're going to add in some water-soaked and squeezed out Italian bread. Just like in my spaghetti and meatballs video, if you need to see how to do this, check it out. This will ensure your meatballs are extremely moist and flavorful. When you think about a traditional meatball recipe, you add in dried breadcrumbs. It makes your meatball dry. This will ensure that your meatballs are ridiculous. Now we're gonna season it very well with sea salt and fresh cracked black pepper. And using your hands or a spoon, I've got some gloves on these digits, we are gonna combine all of these ingredients together. Take the time to do this. You need that bread to be completely mixed in along with the onions, garlic, seasonings, all those things. This is gonna take a few minutes. And let me stop you right there because you're probably like, bro, that is a ton of ingredients. How many meatballs do you plan on making? Well, for me, when it comes to making meatballs, it's a little bit of a labor of love. So when I do it, I wanna do it once. I'm gonna make a ton because guess what? They freeze extremely well. So if I wanna make this soup again, all I gotta do is cook off some vegetables and heat up some broth, add in the meatballs, boom, I'm done. Or you can pull them out of the freezer and use them in some spaghetti sauce, whatever it takes. For me, I always make extra because it's great down the road. Now, using both your hands, pinch a small piece off and make them into small little meatballs. If you're looking for that perfect size, I'd say a small ping pong sized meatball. Once they are all done being rolled out, simply set them to the side on a sheet tray lined with parchment paper. And now, Comies, there is a couple ways that you can cook these. One, in a pot, the pot you plan on cooking the soup in, add in a little bit of oil, and on medium heat, you can add the meatballs in and simply give them a nice little brown on each side. Maybe 2 to 3 minutes per side. We're not trying to cook them all the way through here, though you could if you wanted to. And obviously you'll have to cook these in batches because there is a lot. From here, there are 2 other things you can do. You can throw them in the oven and finish cooking them, or when your soup is done, you can add them in at the end. Once they float, boom, they are finished. Or leave them completely raw, put them right in the oven on 400 degrees. Takes in between 22 and 25 minutes for these to be cooked through and get a nice little brown on them. All of this is totally up to you, whatever is convenient for you. Just remember, they're gonna be sitting in broth at some point. They're gonna get nice and juicy and nice and tender again if for some reason you happen to overcook these. Okay, now let's move on to making the soup. In that same pot that we cooked off some of the meatballs, we still have some rendered fat in there. Go ahead and add in some onions, garlic, celery, and carrots, and we just want to sweat this on low heat just until tender. No reason to get a caramelization on these. Remember, slow and low here for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And at this point, we're gonna add in our chicken stock. I've got homemade, I've got an awesome recipe if you need it. If not, hope you got some stock lying around. This is actually perfect timing. While the soup is heating up, we can cook our pasta, acini di pepe. These are those little pearls. If you can't find it for some reason, you can absolutely use Moroccan couscous. So in a large pot of boiling water, we're gonna season it up so that it tastes like the ocean. Add in your pasta. We're only gonna cook it for 6 to 7 minutes because I'm gonna show you how to serve it up at the end. It's gonna get reheated and it will be perfect by the time you take that first bite. What I like to do at this point is simply strain it, hit it with some cold water to sort of cool everything down, and now it's time to plate this up. And let me stop and say this. You're seeing a lot of different ingredients from the soup in different areas. Now, Comies, the reason that I'm really doing this is because when you take that bite of soup, you want it to taste as it was intended. Now, if you're serving this soup up right away, go ahead and put everything together and put it out there. For me, I'm a grazer. I like to eat soup all day long and for a few days. But I don't want to eat mush by day 2, and that's what you're gonna get if you put all these things together in the soup and cook it together. I don't like that. This is a restaurant style way to make sure your soup is delicious every single time you eat it. So in a bowl, we're gonna add in some broth. Next, I'm gonna hit it with some escarole, which is incredibly classic in an Italian wedding soup. If you can't find this or don't like it, feel free to use baby spinach. Next, go ahead and add in your cooked acini de pepe. Now hit it with a bunch of meatballs. And then to finish it off, I like to hit it with a bit more Parmesan cheese. And it's like I always say, homemade food from scratch just tastes better, and this soup is incredible. Once you start understanding these little fundamental techniques like making soup, cooking it separately, bringing it together at the end, you are gonna be wowed at how easy it is and how much better it tastes. Then you take that and you apply it to all of your cooking. Now go eat a huge bowl of this soup, and if you love this, then you absolutely have to check out my matzo ball soup recipe, and I'll see you on that video.